yeah, use that.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, I'd like to call the Milton Planning Commission of 1/31/2024 to order. This is a regular meeting of the City of Milton Planning Commission. I'm Kurt Nolte. This is a 7-member commission appointed by the City of Milton Mayor and council members, created for the purpose of holding public hearings and making recommendations on rezoning, use permits, concurrent variances, applications, comprehensive land use plan, and plan map, and other related plans and amendments to the zoning ordinance. In attendance tonight, we have Commissioner Brian McNeese, one of our newest members. Congratulations and welcome.
Thank you.
We have Commissioner Trey James. We have Commissioner Samit Shah, Commissioner Judy Birds, and Commissioner Fred Edwards. Absent this evening is Commissioner Vic Jones, the other newest member of the commission. I think if we move on now, because we don't have to, we have no public comment, we have everything else. So I believe on Paul's recommendation, we are going to move the election of officers to next month.
Yeah, that's correct. Just for the record, the bylaws do indicate that you need all the members present in order to elect officers. So hopefully we get them there in February, or other options present themselves.
Fair enough. All right. So the next item is the consideration of the action minutes.
So do we need to make a motion?
I move to defer the election of officers to the next meeting.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. Okay, then now we'll have the consideration of of last month's action minutes. Any comments? Any questions?
I move we accept the minutes from December the 20th, 2023.
All
Second.
in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous also. So, all right, now we get on to the new business. And that's the Comprehensive Plan 2040 monthly update.
Good evening, commissioners, and Happy New Year.
Good evening. Happy New Year.
Samit, Sue, your mic.
Is that ready?
Yeah, thank you.
Sumit and Shubha, this goes together, I guess. Anyway,
Begin with an S.
okay. So I'm Shubha Jangam. I'm a principal planner at the city, and this is a comprehensive plan update. And since we have a new member, I would like to go over a little bit over the background. Please bear with me. Let's talk about why we do this. City does comprehensive plan every 5 years. We did last one, adopted in 2021, and it concluded with a long list of projects. And the focus of those projects were land use, placemaking, branding, economic development, sustainability, and transportation. And while we were doing this comprehensive planning, we had a comprehensive plan advisory committee that was guiding the comp plan, and planning commission. All members of planning commissions were part of that advisory committee. So you have kind of already vested interest into knowing what's happening after the comp plan is adopted. So this helps us track and manage the list of the projects that came out after the comp plan. In addition, the city did the strategic plan the same year, and that had 3 priorities, and it came out with its own list of projects, and there was a lot of overlap. But so we just came up with a list that you are seeing the printed copy here. It actually had lists only the comp plan, and it has some reference to the strategic plan list. So you will see it is color coded, so you will see which projects are on track and on hold and completed. So next, what's happening? Okay, and these are some of our noteworthy projects that we undertook since the comp plan was adopted. And these are just only community development department projects. There are lots of other projects that other departments are leading, but I just wanted to show you that we have done a lot of work, and now we are heading to 2024. And we are starting a new project, which is create a small area plan for Arnold Mill corridor. And I am actually happy to report that we have selected a consulting partner, TSW. We had RFP, we received 4 proposals. We had a committee, selection committee, and they came at the top. So they are selected the February 5th. The contract is for adoption at the city council. So the council will agree to the contract, and it will actually, then we will start officially kind of working with them, and I have a project plan, but we need to work with our consultants to fill in the dates and everything. This is just an outline that you're seeing over here. Phase 1 is to really initiate and understand and assess the existing condition and gather all the information first. Phase 2 is to engage, which is actually going to be the community meetings and workshop and charrette that we did, just like Mayfield District and all other different planning projects. And then we'll come up with a concept plan. And then once that concept plan everybody agreed with, it's still a draft plan, it's not adopted yet. We will move into the phase 3, where we will look into what kind of policies we should have or design guidelines we should have, so that that concept will actually become real. So we'll draft those in the next cycle. And then once we have everything drafted, it all will go into an adoption cycle. So that's the kind of gist of it. So we are starting that very soon.
Okay. Fred, did you have a comment?
Yes.
Maybe Robin, can you give us an update as far as the gas station that's already in progress?
Yep. I think they received their LGP. Gas station has their LGP.
Yes, and I think they're working on their building permit. So I think they've had some change of personnel and whatever, because the design of the buildings went to the DRB maybe a year ago or whatever, 9 months ago. And so we're just working with whoever is in charge, the contractor, to submit building plans. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And also, as you're going through this, just please keep in mind, where can we be helpful? Where can the planning commission?
Okay, yes.
What can we attend?
We
Who,
will
many,
have
how?
a steering committee, and I would definitely want minimum 1 and maximum 3 of planning commissions on it. So, just get in touch with me if you're really interested in being on that steering committee, okay? The next project is pursuing large lot incentive zoning categories like AG5, AG10. This is still in exploration. We discussed that it was a direction from the council that we should look inwards for the ideas instead of hiring consultants. So I did actually created a focus group, and I interviewed almost 10 people, 10 Milton residents with different backgrounds. I have asked questions and listened to their ideas. I have gathered a lot of feedback. And the next step for this project would be to kind of summarize and synthesize all that for the council. And I will keep you updated, where it goes next. And both of those projects, I am the lead for them. So just any questions, just get in touch with me.
And again, even in a large lot, I know Trey moved here fairly recently. Bought a piece of- please plug us in on those. You know,
Okay, okay.
He'd be, willing, I know he will be willing to do the interview or to
Yeah.
share with you what he experienced. and what he learned,
Absolutely, absolutely.
As would anybody else here that would like to.
Then the next one, our Milton's Unified Development Code. And this one is in adoption cycle. Then the first presentation is February 5. Workshop presentation. This is where actually Caleb is going to
Yeah,
come and present all the information for the council. The first presentation is really there is no presentation. They just read it into the agenda, and the final presentation, the next meeting of city council, February 19th, is when they were actually, oh, it's 21st?
Yeah, because
I'm so
Monday's
sorry.
President's Day.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
So that's when it's actually going to get adopted.
Can I just had this thought. So we're going to be, kind of doing a presentation. Hopefully it won't, I'm also going to be doing, we've asked all the council members if they want to have like a briefing beforehand, since it's been a long time and we have a couple new members. So that'll happen, that people want to participate. That's during the day, hopefully before the 12th, that would happen. But I was wondering, I know this is just off the cuff, if one of you would like to come to the 12th and maybe say what you guys did. I mean, in general, I don't know, just to have a little moral support. I don't know.
Yeah,
That was just
I
the thought
highly
of-
recommend that you guys, it's really, you have done all the hard work, and I think you should definitely come to the meeting and say that we have looked into every paragraph and every sentence, so you don't have to. And, that's the truth, so you can say that
I
out.
think it's a great idea. I think put us down. One of us will be there for it. We'll
Okay,
figure
just
out-
let me know.
figure
I
out
know
who,
to
but yeah.
expect. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, this is one that's more.
And it'll be the first item because Caleb will be there, and I've requested it to be the first item of the night, so you don't have to wait through other stuff. So
In this case, it's just, we changed that to a semicolon and we
yeah.
capitalized
Oh, come
this
on.
and we-
You
hopefully
did
we
more
can-
than that too.
hopefully we can-
So anyway,
all right. No,
I'd
but thanks
appreciate
for
that.
including us.
Then capital improvement element, it's not really part of the short-term work program that you printed report, but it's actually a very important project. So I have it here. This is where this is the program that allows us to collect the impact fee money from the developers and then use it for these 4 categories that you're seeing: parks and rec, fire, police, and roads improvement. So comp plan requires us to yearly have this capital improvement element reported and updated. But there is also a study underway right now, which is going to look into the formula of this impact fee, and do we need to update that? Do we need to increase fees or not? So that presentation, look forward to that one. It's coming in March 2024. And that will tell us, if we're going to increase our impact fee or not.
And refresh me, Subra, that's, for example, if you want to do a development, you pay so much per something
Yeah,
that is to go to help support.
all these
fire
projects
roles,
related to
okay.
fire, parks, and so not 100% paid by impact fee, but they are part of the, funding. And it's very important source of funding for projects related to parks, fire. I think they buy fire vehicles with that. They do road improvements and lots of police equipment and all those kind of things.
Yeah. Do you have, super offhand, do you have a rough estimate of what the annual amount we collect in impact fees is?
No, I don't have it right now, sorry. But if you are interested, I can actually give you some data later on.
Yeah, I think it's significant.
All right. So the next one, again, this is under economic development, and economic engagement manager, Anita Chupin, she's right now with community development. So we're kind of partnering on these projects, many of these projects. Emily has been working with Anita on Windward Parkway project. And this is almost there for adoption. We are working on the final draft, and it will be out soon, published on city's website. Branding is another project which is actually going to refresh lots of logos related to city colors and other things. So they are also they are also ready to go to the council. They were struggling to schedule it along with UDC. I don't know, the chief. So we'll have them go one by one because they're all important projects and they all need enough attention at the council.
So is this most likely to be also at that work session on the 12th?
No, it will not, because they wanted to have it by itself. So this will probably go in March. As it says over here, the presentation to City Council for Windward project would likely be in March.
I'm sorry, I was in the wrong
Yeah, I
column.
know.
Okay.
And then the branding will, I don't have a date on that one at all, but I am assuming that it will also go in March, or it will even go in April. I haven't seen a date on that one. Moving on to sustainability and transportation, folks. Now, some of these are where trails related projects, but we have a sustainability project manager, and she was given to take lead on these projects. And what she has, there were a lot of segments. If you look into your printed report, there were like lots of little segments of trails in Birmingham, trails in Cooper Sandy, trails at different parks. So what she has done is she has combined all of them under one umbrella, and she's calling that project is a green print project. And she already had lots of community engagement meetings. And her next meeting is going to be in March. That's going to be, it's not a meeting, it's actually a presentation to the council. And then February, she's actually trying to get a date to have a public input opportunity, again, one more opportunity. And then she's planning to have us adoption in spring 2024. Now, it's not part of this green print, but Milton Park and Preserve has lots of trails planned, literally many phases. Phase 1 was done, and they're right now looking at phase 2, which is more of a stormwater project. They had a meeting this month in January to sit with people and actually show them what they're going to do in this phase 2. I don't know if any of you attended this, but you can look into Greg's newsletters that come out. He has kind of described what went into these meetings, so you can catch up over there. So I just wanted you to have this information because, as you know, Milton Park and Preserve is going to have a lot of trails in future. So this is how they're progressing. The phase 3 is going to be 10-foot wide trails in North Woods, which is, they have actually divided that woods area in the North Woods and South Woods areas. And North Woods is going to be more accessible to the recreation facility. So that's what they're going to develop first. I mean, not develop in the sense they're going to put the trails over there first in phase 3 and then move on to phase 4. And that's what they actually shared with the community on January 16th of this month. She also has these two projects going on, which is part of sustainability focus. It is develop a citywide solid waste strategy. So again, she got some funding approved, similar timeline to Arnold Mill. She was in the RFP process, procurement process, and she's also going to be at the city council to get her contract approved in February, and she can then start working on her plan of solid waste management. But she does need, this is a requirement for this plan, that the city wants to have a sustainability committee formed and working. So if you know anybody who's really good for sustainability committee, please tell her to get in touch with Emily Groth or the council members, because they are the one who's going to appoint the members to the sustainability committee. So once this sustainability committee is working and have meetings scheduled, they will actually help her go through this solid waste plan, solid waste strategy plan. And then another one, they're actually applying for a grant for this project, and it's for renewable energy related project, solar or lower emission vehicles. So this grant is due in next month, so they are almost there. And because it's not a really competitive grant, they will get the money, and they just need to show how they're spending it. So they'll probably get that one. And I did not go one by one through transportation plan, because we just finished our, Public Works just finished, and City Council adopted our comprehensive transportation plan. And obviously, comp plan does give some transportation, initiatives, but the Public Works comprehensive transportation plan is their guide for real, which gives them more details of where they need to spend the money, because this was also done with the community input. So this is what was approved. They have tier 1, tier 2, and all these projects that came out of comprehensive transportation plan, which was just adopted in December of 2023. These details will be on the website, but if you want specific anything, I'll have to get it from Public Works to you, because I don't have everything in my head. That's all I have today. Any questions?
Have any questions or comments?
Very good.
Yeah, no, thank you. It was nice to get an update on those things. Thank you. And Fred, you're lucky. I was going to nominate you for the sustainability, seeing that you're the longest running.
Personal
Does
sustainability.
that count?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
It's either that or the new guy, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, so now onto the old business, the review of the bylaws that we've gone through and through. And I think based upon the election, we've noticed one minor change that I think we all want to write in this
Okay,
evening,
thanks.
so that we can hopefully get this presented next month. But
Yes, the accompanying statement of purpose, which says what we changed. You guys said you had maybe one more thing that we need to change.
yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah, my understanding from actually looking at this evening right before the meeting, that the election of officers requires all members to be present, and there was contemplation that the commission may want to revise that to be require that a quorum of all members are present. In order to do that, what I would say is we will all write in that change to this draft so that it meets the requirement that it be presented in writing at the meeting before the vote, so that we could vote on it at the next.
We should all under Article 3, Section 1, the last full line, it's where it says I'll read the following: the proper appointment and swearing of all commission members when
A quorum of,
a quorum of members are present.
A quorum of all
all
said members.
yeah.
Okay, just insert a quorum of between one and all. Do we need a motion on that, or do we just write it in?
well, that is what
Scott
we,
said-
that's what we're presenting in writing
To us.
to you this evening.
Yeah, I have to say, when that was pointed out to me, I don't recall any bylaws, and I've read a number of them, where you have to have 100% to take a vote. It's this language about having a quorum is more typical.
I would agree. I've actually, as a matter of fact, I could probably give you 16 examples that I have here.
Yeah, and I think, Miss Emily, did you not check with the BZA? They just have to have a quorum to take a vote on their
Yes.
chair? Yeah.
Yeah, I looked yesterday when we were trying to figure out what the best course of action would be for this.
So is a possibility that I have written it in, I'm in favor of that, because otherwise we may never
So it's.
be able to, we or future council, commissions may never be able to.
Yes.
elect a chair.
It's my understanding, and Paul, correct me if I'm wrong, that if this is the version that we're all comfortable with the addition, then we would approve them next meeting.
Well, here's what we do. I believe we had a version at the last meeting that we were in a position to adopt tonight. I believe that you said, let's, get one vote. We'll get it correct tonight, make these changes, we'll vote on it at the next meeting. So I believe that was the plan going forward. So we with these changes and the one that everybody has written on their version in front of them, so that we have a written, it's being presented to you at this meeting. It can go forward without a vote. If there are concerns or questions about it, you can still discuss it and propose that, well, let's make some more changes if you want, but otherwise, no further action is required.
I did have one more question, which, going to the next section, or Article 5, about, and I made this as a question too when I sent it to you guys. So, agenda, like if you go to Article 5, Section 4, number 2, agenda is now capitalized. And what I was asking or even suggesting before for Article 5, Section 1, where it says published meeting schedule. Anyway, is agenda a defined term?
In this case, I think it's a term of titles and that just capitalizing all of the substantive words in that item is the convention.
So, okay, because my only other, point that I was bringing up about where, like, for instance, in Article 5, Section 1, it says published meeting schedule, and then we're kind of using the term agenda in other places.
Well,
And I didn't know if we just wanted to be
Yeah,
consistent.
The
or-
schedule is the first, or the fourth Wednesday of every month. I think
Mhm.
that's the schedule.
correct.
So
And
it's
the-
talking about that.
The
Okay.
agenda is what actually is brought to y'all for the meeting.
Okay.
Approves.
Okay.
Who approves?
I think you said we can vote, we do vote on this, we don't vote on it, we can just move it forward with no vote, or?
There's no need to vote on it tonight. It is being presented. I mean, if you wanted to vote, you could accept it for consideration, but no, it has been presented at the meeting. You can then take action on it at the next meeting.
Okay.
And you have to have the distance or the separation between the meetings.
Yes.
One more time, maybe.
Can we adjourn this meeting and start another meeting?
So I have a question. Let's say if next month somebody is absent, can we adopt the bylaws and then have the election?
Yeah.
You can adopt the bylaws and then you can have the election.
Right.
So I don't want to let Brian off the hook on his first night. We need to go at least until 11. So we need to keep it going.
We
Well,
want
it doesn't
him
have to
to come
stand-
back. I'm sorry.
He needs to stand up and sing his fight song and.
I know.
We got our whole
Interpretive
agenda
dance,
for
the
him.
whole thing. So it's not possible to adopt this evening and then vote and go ahead and move the agenda item back in terms of election
officers?
of officers?
No.
But I think what you guys were discussing is we could change the order of the agenda in February if we didn't have 7 people here to make the adoption of the bylaws first and then do the election
Right.
Correct.
Okay,
Let's do that.
yes.
if needed.
Yeah, that's February.
Okay, anybody have other comments or questions on the bylaws?
My only comment is we've never had a meeting this short.
I know I showered and everything. Like,
You
something's
left
not
your
right
house
about
Just
this.
for this.
You're not asking for a filibuster now, are you?
No.
I'm not gonna read, I'm not gonna read like,
Just a clarification, Paul, do we need to do anything with these bylaws since it was just really a matter of reviewing it? Do we need to recommend?
Not
Okay.
tonight. The only requirement is that it be presented in writing, and it has been presented in writing. And then you will take action on it at the next meeting.
okay.
Doesn't have to be tabled or deferred or anything.
But
Okay.
Bottom line, any changes now or forever hold your peace.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Or we start the process all over again.
Well, I'd be willing to,
I'd like to make a motion that Brian reads the entire UDC twice, just as his
well, we don't have a se-
onboarding.
We don't have a second on that, so we'll move that, take that off.
Like from memory or?
Out loud?
I'm just waiting for Brian or Trey to move to adjourn.
I'd like to move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Unanimous.